Real quick video on setting up your EIN for your new LLC or your business. And what an EIN is, an employer identification number. It acts like a social security number for your business. And the advice I have for you is there's a lot of services out there that'll charge you 50 to $100 to do this. It's going to take you like 5 minutes and it's super simple. I'm going to walk you through all the steps on how to do this. It looks like a lot of steps, but the last one is just getting your EIN number. And the last one, number 5 here, is just reviewing the information you submitted. So what type of legal structure is applying? I'm going to put a limited liability company, and I do have the link for this in the description below on how to get set up. The only people that may have an issue with this is if you are overseas, like you are not a U.S. resident. I'll cover later in this video what you may want to do, but you'll want to watch this because these steps are important to understand what's going into an EIN. Now, down here, you can tell us more about the members of the limited liability company. I put in here that we have one because this is a single member LLC and it's being set up in New York. And then as we go down, it says why they're requesting this. Just started the new business. It might be that you're just hiring employees, which is a popular reason that people are getting their EIN set up. Another reason is a lot of people are trying to get a bank account set up. But I'm putting in here that we just started the new business. So when we go to the next page, it's going to ask you for your social security number, which you're going to need. That's why you need to be a resident of the U.S. to have a social security number, or your ITIN. Now, once you get that information in, I am one of the owners, members of the managing member of this LLC. Sometimes a third party might be doing this because, like I said, you can go through an online tool that you can give 50 to $100 and they can do it. An attorney could do this for you, but you're doing this yourself because you're going to save 50 to $100 in like 5 minutes. Street address. This is really important. Notice that it says, where is it physically located? So not where you got your LLC set up, because some people may do like Delaware or Wyoming, Nevada. It is where it is physically located. And do you have an address different from above where you want the mail to be sent? If you do click yes, know that you can use a P.O. box or an international mailing address are allowed. But in this particular case, I'm going to put no. But that's good to know that you can go that route if you need to. Continuing on, additional details. Tell us a little bit about your company. Now, this is an LLC. Know that you can't put LLC in here. It may be official on your articles of organization because it says it must match, but you don't put in the LLC, you just put in the name of the company. If you have a trade name or doing business as, it is different from the legal name. If you're not familiar, the DBA, that's like, let's say you have Acme Tutorials here, but then you want to be known as something else, that is going to be your DBA or your brand name. You have to set that up with the state as well that you filed the LLC in. I'm actually going to have another video in this series that covers that specifically if you do have questions around that, because that is something a lot of people are going to set up for their brand name. State territory where the single member LLC is located. And then this one is where you actually set up, because this is where the articles of organization, which again is the official documentation for your LLC, where those are going to be filed, you'd want to select that. Little tip here, single member LLC start date. If you don't know the start date, you can go and just do a search. I'll show you really quickly. Like if I do a Colorado entity search, you can pick whatever state you set your LLC up, put in entity search, but I'm just showing it to you from Colorado. This works for pretty much every state. And I'm going to put in Broncos because you have the Denver Broncos. I'm going to click search. And what you can see is there's all these different LLC names with Broncos in it. And then if you find your LLC, you could click on it and then you can see the specific information, including formation dates and everything that you need to know that is on file from those articles of organization. Hopefully you still have those documents, but if you're having trouble finding them, this is another way to find that information. All right, so I put in January 2026. Tell us a little bit more about your company. These are very specific. You'll see it's like highway motor vehicles in excess of 55,000 pounds, gambling. Do you have to file Form 720 for quarterly federal excise tax? That is really hyper specific, but what you're looking at is like indoor tanning services, fuel and petroleum, heavy vehicles and retail taxes, environmental taxes, communications and air transportation, and specific manufacturing. So it can get a little specific on there if you're going to need to file that, but I just wanted to make you aware of that. So a lot of people that's not going to apply to. Does your business sell or manufacture alcohol, tobacco, or firearms? I put in no. This is probably the one that's going to be a little bit different for different people. Are you going to be receiving W-2 forms in the next 12 months? So basically, are you planning on having employees in the next calendar year? If you click yes, it's just going to ask you to describe your employees and then give them some information there. But for the purpose of this, I'm going to click no so that we can move on. We're on to the fourth step here, additional details. All it's asking for basically is, what is your business about? And in my particular situation, I put in other because I didn't think any of these did a great job of answering that. And then it opens up and I click consulting. And then, do you provide operating advice? Yes. And I put in marketing. Now, this might look different for you. Like if you're in real estate, right? And then I rent or lease properties that I own. I rent residential real estate. I mean, it's very simple. It's just going to walk you through, and it's very neatly organized. So here we are on step 5. All you're going to do is review the information below, but you have to answer one question. Do you want to receive the letter digitally in the next step, or do you want to receive it by mail in 4 weeks? Receive it digitally, because if you're trying to get set up with a business bank account, you will have this in the next step, your EIN, and then you can move forward and get that business bank account set up. So that's my advice there, is just go digital. Now that we've completed the EIN, I want to talk to you about setting up your business bank account and the different options that are out there for you. There are certain questions you need to ask yourself, like, are you going to be collecting cash in this business, or is it an online business? We're going to be breaking that down and trying to make the decision for you of who to go with, but also what you need to know when you're getting that business bank account set up. So I'll catch you in the next video, and we're going to break all that down so you can make the right decision and have the right banking partner moving forward. I'll catch you in the next video.